The soft hum of engines vibrates through the cabin. Passengers are still boarding. A stylish black teenage girl, Imani, 17, sits by the window in seat 14A. She's dressed casually but with care. Box braids, wireless headphones, and a small pink journal in her lap. She's minding her business, scrolling on her phone. A white flight attendant in her 40s, Ms. Taylor, walks up the aisle. Her posture is tight, clipboard in hand, glancing at her passenger list. MS. Taylor. Excuse me, miss. Can I see your boarding pass? Imani. Sure. Here you go. Imani hands it over. Ms. Taylor scans it. MS. Taylor. Yes, this is your seat. However, there's been a change. We need you to move to a different seat further back. Imani. Why? MS. Taylor. We have a VIP passenger who needs this seat. Imani. I booked and paid for this seat a month ago. Why can't the VIP sit in one of the many empty ones? MS. Taylor. They require a seat in the front due to certain protocols. I need your cooperation, miss. Imani. Who is this VIP, Miss Taylor? I'm not at liberty to share that. Imani. Then I'm not moving. MS Taylor. If you don't comply, we may have to involve security. We need to prepare for takeoff. Passengers nearby start turning their heads. A few raise eyebrows. Whispers begin to ripple across the row. Imani takes a deep breath. Calm, but fierce. Imani. I'm not causing trouble. I'm just refusing to give up a seat I paid for, just because someone else is apparently more important than me. MS. Taylor. I'll give you a moment to reconsider. Ms. Taylor walks away, tight-lipped. Imani picks up her phone and begins texting. Then she calls someone. Imani, into phone. Hey, Auntie? Yeah, I'm on the flight now, but I need your help. The crew's asking me to move for some VIP. I don't know who. They won't say, yeah. I told them I'm not moving. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. She hangs up. The man seated next to her, a middle-aged Latino man in a business suit, leans over. Seat neighbor. That's not right. They're targeting you because they think you'll just go along with it. Stand your ground, Imani. I'm trying. I just didn't expect to have to fight before we even took off. Minutes pass. Ms. Taylor returns with a male flight attendant and a uniformed supervisor behind her. The tension in the air tightens. Supervisor. Miss, I understand there's been a misunderstanding. However, this seat has been reallocated to a government official, and suddenly, a murmur swells near the front of the plane. Heads turn. A tall black woman in her 50s walks down the aisle, regal, confident, phone to her ear. She's dressed in sleek business attire, heels clicking with every step. This is Congresswoman Angela Ward, and passengers begin to whisper her name with recognition. She hangs up the phone, eyes locked on the supervisor and Ms. Taylor. Angela Ward. Is there a problem here? MS Taylor. Congresswoman, we didn't know you were on board yet. Supervisor, ma'am, we were just addressing a seating issue with this young lady, Angela Ward. No. What you were doing was forcing a teenage girl to give up her paid seat for some so-called VIP. That sound about right? Supervisor. There was a protocol, Angela Ward. Protocol that says young black girls are expendable? I don't think so. Imani, you okay? Imani. I'm fine now. Angela turns to the passengers. Angela Ward. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect no matter their age or skin color. This young lady was singled out, pressured, and threatened for doing nothing wrong. The plane is silent. Everyone is watching. Ms. Taylor's face is drained of color. The supervisor stammers. Supervisor. We deeply apologize, ma'am. It won't happen again. Angela Ward. You're right, it won't. Because I'll be filing a formal complaint with the FAA and requesting a full review of this flight crew's conduct. A round of soft clapping breaks out. Passengers nod in agreement. Angela smiles and walks over to Imani, placing a hand gently on her shoulder. Angela Ward. Next time, call me before they even get the chance to open their mouths. Imani. I didn't know you'd be on the flight. Auntie said you were in D.C. Angela. Ward got in early. Sometimes God lines things up exactly when you need him to. Angela turns back to the flight crew. Angela Ward. And for the record, I was the VIP. I chose my seat in the back. I don't need special treatment, and I certainly don't accept it at the expense of others. She walks to the back of the plane without another word. Ms. Taylor and the supervisor stand frozen, stunned. Imani looks out the window, a small smile on her face. The man next to her pats her shoulder. Seat neighbor. You handled that with grace. That woman, your aunt? Imani. Yep, seat neighbor. Well, she's a force of nature. Imani runs in the family. Fade to Inti Airport Terminal. Later passengers exit the plane. A small crowd surrounds Angela Ward, thanking her for speaking up. A reporter tries to get a quick quote, but she waves them off politely. Angela walks with Imani, who wheels her small suitcase beside her. Imani. Did you really mean it? About filing a complaint? Angela Ward. Already done. And by the time we land, it'll be national news. I called. The Secretary of Transportation. That airline's going to need a whole new training manual. Imani. It was weird. I didn't even feel scared. Just tired. Tired of it always being us. Angela Ward. That's because you're learning how to carry the fire without letting it burn you down. That's power, Imani. Imani. So what now, Angela Ward? Now? We go get ice cream. Then we draft your statement for when the media comes calling. You ready to use that voice? Imani. I think I am. Angela Ward. Good. Because the world needs to hear it. They walk off together into the bustling terminal. The camera lingers on their backs, two strong black women, one mentoring the next. Heads held high. Fade out. The end.